Hey everyone, welcome back. And in this episode, we are going to talk about APIs. We'll start from very basic. What are these APIs called? And then how we can integrate and use it with the Microsoft Azure. If you have heard about APIs, but you're not sure what they are, how to use them, you're in the right place. APIs or application programming interfaces are likely messenger that allow different software systems to communicate with each other. They define the method and the protocol for requesting and sending data. Whether you are a developer or a business owner or just want to have some sort of the understanding, APIs can be incredible useful in today's interconnected world. Let's dive in and explore how APIs work and how you can leverage them to access data, services, functionality from various resources. Imagine you have a smartphone with various apps installed on that. Each app serves a different purpose, like checking the weather, reading the news, or sending some sort of the messages. Behind the scene, these apps communicate with the servers or some sort of the database to retrieve the information you need. APIs make this communication possible. There are several type of APIs available. The first is going to be web APIs, library-based APIs, operating system APIs, database APIs, remote APIs, and hardware APIs. Let's discuss our first type of API, which is a web API, and the simplest form is going to be HTTPS, then you have API, then you have domain name, and then it's V1 or V2. So these V1s, V2, it may differ. I mean, whenever you're going to use APIs, it can be V1, V2, or something so on. So V1 is the initial version of API and V2 is something enhanced, and you can see V3 as well, and that might be on the development roadmap. So these are the APIs that are accessed over the internet using HTTPS protocol. And why HTTPS? Because that is a secure protocol. You can use HTTP, but if somebody is doing some sort of the sniffing, your data may get hacked or leaked. Web APIs are commonly used for integrating third-party services, accessing cloud-based resources, or retrieving data from the servers. The second type of API is a library-based APIs, and these APIs are provided as library or software development kit SDKs. The developer can include in their application. Library-based APIs offer predefined function and method for performing a specific task within the application. So here's an example. This is a Python script. I'm importing this import request, and this is going to be the library. And then you are going to make a call to this endpoint, which is https api example.com/data. Operating system APIs. These APIs are provided by operating system to allow applications to interact with the underlay infrastructure like system resources such as file, system, hardware devices, and system services. Windows API can be a good example for Windows operating system. Database APIs are used to access and manipulate data stored in the databases. They provide functions and method for query, inserting, updating, and deleting data from databases. If you see, this is a Python script, and I'm going to import a library which is the SQLite 3. This is going to define how my connection is going to build to the database and what are the functions and the methods I can use. Remote APIs enable communication between different software systems across a network. Remote APIs include RPC, which is Remote Procedure Calls APIs, and REST APIs. RPC is basically a communication protocol that allows a program to execute procedures or functions on a remote server. The term REST API and the Web API are often used changeably, but there is basic difference. While all RESTful APIs are web APIs, but not all web APIs follow the REST architecture. REST APIs typically use JSON or XML as the data interchange format. So if you see, this is going to be your JSON format and this is going to be your XML format. The last type of APIs are going to be the hardware APIs, and these APIs basically provide access to hardware components such as graphic cards, sensors, and peripheral devices. They allow developer to interact with the hardware devices and incorporate their functionality into the software applications. The question may come in your mind, since this is also uses the URL format which is web-based, and this is going to work on the browser, which is true. So why I should use these APIs? Basically, APIs allow different software systems to communicate with each other, enabling automation, seamless integration of the services. This is especially very useful in modern software development where applications need to work together efficiently. It is important to recognize that the APIs are not exclusive to any particular platform or provider. While Azure APIs offers a wide range of powerful functionality, the concept of API extended far beyond any single ecosystem. By exploring the fundamental of APIs in this series, we are laying the groundwork for understanding how APIs work across various platforms and services. In future episode, we will talk about specific examples, including Azure APIs, to demonstrate how these principles apply in the real world scenarios, whether it's Azure, AWS, Google Cloud, or any other platform. The underlying concept of APIs remain consistent. Understanding these fundamentals empowers you to leverage APIs effectively regardless of the technology stack you are working with. So stay tuned as we embark on the journey to explore the world of API together, starting with the basic and gradually diving into advanced topics. And rest assured, Azure APIs will be kept part of our exploration as we progress through the series. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.